Hi, friend. So today I'm going to walk you through how to use the click element automation block on the Bytespace web agent builder, which is super useful for any kind of click action that you want to automate on any website. Now, in this tutorial, we'll go to Instagram's explore page. We'll click on the first post, and then we'll like that post, and then cycle to the next post, like that post, etc., and cycle through any number of however many posts you want to go through. Cool. So with that, let's jump right in. I've already added the new tab block to openinstagram.com. Whenever you automate a website, you want to first navigate to the website. And then the next step is we want to click on the explore button. So there's a few ways to create new blocks. You can either select them manually, or you can describe the action or record your workflow on your computer. In this case, we'll use AI to create it. So let's say click on the explore button on the side navigation panel. Amazing. So now it's determining which block to use. It's found that it's going to use the click element block, and then it's going to analyze the website to figure out where on the website the explore button is. And now it's going to enhance the element with AI. Now, the enhance element selector is really helpful because sometimes the elements on websites are nested within multiple other elements, and you want to find the most reliable selector so that even when you refresh the page or if they move the buttons around, it still finds exactly where you're trying to click. Now we want to click on the first post. So to create this block, you could create it using AI, but I'll create it manually just so you can see how that's done. In this case, we will use the selector, which is the pointer finger. And then you can see that I get the option to select different things. Now, the first post on Instagram, it's a bit tricky. You would think that this is the first post, but if you actually inspect the Instagram website, you realize that this is the first post. So we'll click on that, submit enter, and then give it instructions. And the instructions here are super helpful in case the AI debugger needs to kick in. So if the element is unable to be found for whatever reason on the website, the AI will know, okay, so we're trying to click on the first post, then it will search the website for that first post and then update your automation so that you never have to come and maintain these things. So click on the first post in the list of posts. Okay. Now I can verify that that selector is working. Amazing. And I could enhance this with AI. 99% of the time, you're going to want to enhance the elements you select with AI so that they're reliable. In this case, I already know that this works, so I'm not going to enhance it. But if the debugger needs to kick in later, it will auto-enhance it for me. I can actually test this block to see if that works. Okay, so I clicked on the first post and it opens it up. Amazing. Now on the first post, I know that I want to click the like button. So I'll come here, I'll select the element, and I will select submit enter. And again, you could create all these blocks using AI, but if you know the action, instead of wasting your AI credits, you can just do it manually and it'll happen much faster. So click on the heart like button on the post to like the post. Okay, we can verify that selector. It's working, it found it. And I will enhance the selector so you can see how that works. So if I enhance the selector, it's using AI to enhance and find what the best selector is. You can see that this is kind of gibberish. It's found the selector. Now, if I go back, you can see, okay, so it's now enhanced. You can see that the selector changed to SVG ARIA label like. This selector, if you know about website selectors, is a much more reliable selector. When you refresh the page, this is not going to change. Whereas the other selector that we had here would change. So the AI debugger would have had to kick in anyway. Now, after that step, the next thing we want to do is another click so that we can navigate to the next post. And we do that by going here. Oh, and the other thing that I didn't share is that on the selector tool, you can either select lists. Like if I select lists and let's say you wanted to loop through a bunch of elements on that list, you could select the list and then you could go deeper and say, I want to select just the likes. So, or just these hearts, and you want to loop through and like all those posts, like you could do that. In this case, we don't need a list. So I'm just going to select this specific element. And you can also see when you're selecting elements, there's nested elements. You can either select the outer element or the inner element. So if something doesn't work, you can always try doing a slightly different selector just to get it to work. And then you press enter and then say, click on the next button to navigate to the next post. Amazing. Now, if I verify the selector, it found that, and I'll enhance the selector as well with AI. And you can see now that it's enhanced the selector. So the gibberish that we saw before has been changed to SVG ARIA label next, which is also a very reliable selector. Amazing. Now, the last thing we want to do is close the active tab. And this is a good practice always with automations. At the end of your automation, you want to close the tab so that you don't end up opening like 50 tabs in a row. So close the active tab. And then if we test that block, it's going to close that tab. Okay, amazing. So like that, we have our automation. And now let's run this from start to finish. Okay, so it's found the post. It's going to the first post. Now it's going to like this post. And then it should hit the next button to scroll to the next post. Amazing. So it works great, and then it closes out the tab. Wonderful. So now let's say we want to loop through multiple posts, right? Liking one post isn't that useful. But if you want to like 100 posts, this is how you would do it. First things first, we move this over. You can shift click and drag to move elements. Let's say I want to move this way. You can double click connectors to disconnect them. And then here, I'll add in a loop data. So in loop data, I'm going to describe this as posts loop through explore page posts. Okay. And then this is not looping through a table, it's looping through numbers. And we're going to go from number 1 through 3. Just for this, we'll loop through 3 posts. And then I will move these over. So I'll move this here and move this here. And then I'll connect these two. So the loop starts there, and then it'll connect and start doing the liking. And lastly, we'll add a loop breakpoint. Now, this tells the automation when to stop looping. We'll select the loop is posts, same idea as here. And same thing, like if you need to reference this post later, you can reference the loop that way using that loop ID. So let's go to posts, and then also this stop loop button, if you're testing the automation, it'll only run the loop once. So even if you have 10 posts listed here, it'll stop after one post. This can be super useful if you're just testing things. Now we can run it again from scratch. Amazing. So just like that, you can create easy click-based automations just using the click element block for the most part. And then you can add loops, you can add conditions. You can get a lot more advanced with this stuff. Of course, there are a ton of different blocks, and we'll progressively be releasing tutorials for each of them. But yeah, tune in for the next one and post your automations on the Bytespace showcase page on Discord. We'd love to see what you guys are building.